Welcome to Thursday Night Fading Suns. I am JM, the Game Master. This is my crew for our Fading Suns game. We are on the Ulysses International channel, and welcome. We are doing a Fading Suns adventure called Annals of Antioch, where our group has left the known worlds on a lost jump gate route and landed on the lost planet of Antioch, and are currently trying to make their way downriver to a city of the same name, a city held by the immortal Paladendrax and his judges of Dis. So, when we last left the group off, you had come to Rafskina, the village of Rothgar, your Flame Eagle tribe guide and friend, and through many hijinks, encountered a dark spirit of the forest twice, cut up some dead crows. Granted, at the time they were trying to eat your face. Created a reliquary, got a raft built for heading downriver, and when we left off, there were two judges that had teleported into or emerged into town, claiming you guys had been bound by law and are going to be executed per the will of the Paladendrax after trial. So, Rothgar immediately started swinging axes.
I didn't realize it was going to be a trial.
Richard wire-bladed a bunch of dead crows. Runner punched a bunch of dead crows. Father Bell saw the secrets of the universe unlaid before him. And Perpetua invoked something called the Directometer. No, what was it called?
Destinator?
The Destinator. That's right. She did. Did you yell last week, or was it just in my faulty memory? You know, come with me if you want to live.
That would have been good.
That would have been.
Let's pretend I did.
Okay. Well, for the purposes of this session, we'll assume that you did.
Get to Java.
Before we get to that, Mark, can you please give us an update on the Fading Suns Kickstarter?
Yes, there's 12 days to go. They're just over 111,000. It's been funded. Their initial goal was about 21,000. They've met that. So lots of neat things. The last thing was some deluxe metal weird and victory point tokens that are add-ons, and they're really close to adding some more things. At 110, it'll be Dramatis Personae. So a whole bunch of 16 illustrated characters that you can add to your campaign. That'd be great. And there's some more perk cards. And at 130,000, there's a cloth jump web map instead of the paper one that will come with it. So that's some neat stuff. Great artwork. If you haven't seen it yet, check out that Kickstarter for Fading Suns.
Yep. All right. So, combat has begun. Two judges. There is that spirit that Father Evans saw that has yet to dissipate. And I'm going to give Perpetua the initiative edge for this because she is the one who spotted the judges and sort of revealed them to the rest of the group. So Perpetua, you will be going first.
Horrifying.
Yep.
I think we know that I can do nothing to the judges. They came in a ship, right?
In theory, you have not seen one.
Yeah. Can I look around? I mean, without engaging them, am I able to look for the ship?
Sure. I'm actually going to make this a perception plus survival roll for you.
Good. I have both of those things, so I'm not mad, but... 10. Succeed with a 10.
All right. How much would you like to spend?
I'm gonna spend 6.
You're going to spend 6.
No, I'm gonna spend 8.
You're going to spend 8. All right. Well, at 6, you were going to kind of get a general direction of, based off where Antioch is, where you are in relationship to that, how long ago you heard the sonic boom, kind of using your destinator to determine where the most likely region the ship would be coming from. But for those extra 2 points that you spend, you also see very faint disturbance in the ground of the village, almost as if something had was repulsing off the ground or levitating off the ground using some sort of lift technology, and you're pretty sure you would be able to find that as not here in the village because people are in a blind panic, but outside the village you should be able to follow that back to where their ship is.
Okay. I would like to move toward that area.
Okay, who's going to go next?
Oh, Runner? Would you like to go next?
Hey. I mean, sure. I'd love to go next. So is the spirit thing still there?
You just see the crows.
I think I'm still in the hub.
Yeah. Actually, you are. Still in the hut.
Yeah, what is still in the hut?
Dorian seems to be breathing more rapidly, but no longer as labored. And his eyes are twitching under his eyelids.
Okay, so it's just Dorian and Father Bell and I?
Father Bell has sort of stepped outside of the hut, and Brother Gabriel is there as well.
Okay, but there's no threat inside the hut.
No, if you remember, the crows went rushing past you out the door.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to establish, is that there's no threat inside the hut. Okay, then I'm going to step outside.
Okay.
And can I see?
So you can clearly see the two judges tracking Rothgar as he came running up, and one of their fields sort of starts to flare. You can clearly see the murder of crows is sort of spread out in front of the hut above you, and they seem to be all focused on Father Bell. There is a pile of neatly dissected or bisected dead crows that Brother Gabriel delivered to the ground with the edge of his wire blade. So that is what you see. Also, blind panic.
Okay, so if I see the crows still intent upon Father Bell, I will draw my weapon and shoot at them. This is just my Martech Amber.
Okay, roll to hit.
I feel like I should have this number memorized. Oh, that was a natural 20. That's a rough one right off the bat.
All right, so I need you to roll again to see if your weapon malfunctions. This test is made favorable
13.
because... Oh, wait, no. This is a laser.
13.
All right, who will be going next?
Mainly because I have no idea what's going on. Rothgar?
Oh, okay. I'm testing for... Perfect.
Do you say anything when you left Perpetua, or did you just run? You're muted.
Thank you. I said distract them.
Oh, okay. I see. Sacrifice the new guy. I will distract them by smiting them with my axe.
All right. Hey, Becca, what did Runner get on her critical miss roll for her laser? Did you roll with advantage, or did you roll favorably?
No.
Okay, so roll
13.
Yeah, you got a 13 on one. You got to roll again though.
That's
The other one's an
okay.
18.
An 18. All right, so both of them are over 11.
Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for.
So basically, Your gun starts to overheat.
Okay.
So basically, it overheats, and you have to vent it as a primary action. Otherwise, you cannot fire it. So you guys see, like, Runner comes out with her Martech Amber, Brother Gabriel, and Father Bell, and you can see the indicator lights on the outside just kind of go red. Several ports open up and extend little heat sinks out. It's the safety feature to make sure you don't fire again and blow yourself up. So, all right, Rothgar, go for it. Sorry about that.
Okay, I spent a couple points, get my skill up to a 15, and I missed with a 16.
All right, you sort of come in and...
Pardon me. Father Bell would like to spend a victory point and drop that 16 to a 14.
Is there a limit on the usage or range?
That is a good question.
What is this nifty skill you're using?
Allows you, by spending one victory point, to nudge the result of a single die roll up or down. Can't make it a critical hit. 20 is always a fumble. None of the language.
Is it a right or a perk? What ability
it is
are you using?
Charism.
All right, so you can use that as a 1 point. Let me just pull that up. All right, Rothgar, if you hit, what are you going to roll for it?
So it's a 14.
Yes. I'm double checking
4?
something right now, but I want to keep moving forward in case it is.
No, wait, we got to spend 6 on these guys, don't we?
You do.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend 6.
All right, Mark, they're going to spend 4 to up their resistance.
Well, yeah.
Do you have 4 more to spend?
I do, but I'm not going to spend them. I want some to resist the blast I'm going to get in the face.
All right, go for it.
Go for what?
Who's going next?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I will say the murder of crows.
The murder of crows. All right. So, Brother Gabriel, Father Bell, and Runner, you are out there, and what you can see is that the murder of crows sort of swells out to try and encompass the 3 of you.
It's a lot of crows.
It's a lot of crows. No matter how many Gabriel seemed to kill, there's still a lot of crows. All right. So they hit with an 8. I'm going to spend... Father Bell's at 2. Runner, what's your resistance at? 4, so that's 6, 12. All right, my crows are going to spend 12 to overcome each of your resistances.
I'll spend 4 to raise my resistance.
Runner?
I will also spend 4.
I'm gonna take it.
All right. So, Padre B, you will take 4 points of vitality.
Those cheaters.
The other 2 of you, you can hear the crow beaks and talons scraping against your armor, your skin, but not finding purchase. And as the cloud sort of lifts and breaks off, you can see that you two are fine, but Father Bell is definitely covered in large scratches. It looks like one of the crows definitely pecked at his cheek and took away a small strip. And they are going to pick Brother Gabriel to go next.
Now, Father Bell, this is where you could have been like, what do I look like? An old French fry? But anyway. All right. I'm so sorry. All right. I'm going to surge.
Still that one way.
I'm going to surge. How close am I to the judges?
You are 15 meters away.
Is that my normal movement?
Oh, your normal movement is 5.
Okay. Is Rothgar currently engaged with them?
Rothgar is currently engaged with them.
All right.
Some people are whispering about a shotgun wedding, but
I
rather
will.
quick engagement. No.
Well, I'm going to make it a revolver wedding and fire at the judges. Neither of them have taken damage, correct?
Neither of them have taken damage, but one of them does have a hit on their shield.
Okay. I'll spend some VP to raise my target number to 14.
Okay.
I hit with a 4.
All right. How much are you going to spend to overcome the resistance?
They had 6 resistance last time, right?
They do have 6.
All right. Well, I'll spend 6.
All right. I'll increase mine by 3.
I'll match it.
All right, you hit.
All right. So the revolver hits for 6 points of damage.
All right, and was this on the one that Rothgar was engaged with, or the other one?
Let's say the other one.
All right. You see the discharge field start to form around this one as well as your shot takes it, and there's kind of this glowing.
I should have focused that. Yeah. Yep.
All right, Gabriel, who is going next?
I'm going to ambidextrously slice some birds.
All right, trying to hit the birds as they fly away.
They were like around me, pecking me, right?
They were, and then they kind of withdrew and kind of.
They did a flyby.
They look like they're trying to leave.
They are dispersing.
I'll just move closer to the judges then.
Alrighty. Father Beller, the judges.
Let's do the judges.
All right. So, the judge in front of Rothgar just attempts to grab him. All right, hit with an 11. 2, 13. Rothgar, he's going to hit you with 3 VP.
That doesn't overcome my resistance.
Oh, what's your resistance? I apologize.
8.
Because
Oh,
of
I
your
got a buckler?
shield?
Yeah.
All
got
right,
balance.
well, they'll spend 8.
I will spend 4 to increase it.
All right, they'll match it. Rothgar, this one sort of just grabs the edge of your shield as you're holding it in front of you, and you see a flash of red light, and it just punches a hole through your shield and catches you in the chest for 8.
Okay.
The other judge, assuming that he has Rothgar well in hand, will start moving after Perpetua. Stand down and take sanction. You will be brought before a jury in Antioch and answer for your crimes. What do you do, Perpetua?
I start running.
Cool. He's going to take a shot. But a 16 does not do it. All right, Father Bell, I have no choice but to give you the initiative because you are the only person remaining.
If we had
That's right.
stood down, we could have turned this campaign into a legal drama.
Ooh. Dun,
Get you some. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm just saying, missed opportunity.
All right, Father Bell, what you got?
The crows are definitely withdrawing, or are they, coming around for another pass?
They seem to be withdrawing.
Hmm. Okay. How far am I from the judges?
You are 15 meters.
15 meters. Okie dokie. Well, I'm gonna pull out my rinky-dink little laser,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and plink at one of them.
Now, do you yell pew pew, or did you get the gun to make the sound for you? No.
Yeah. I'm hoping the gun makes the sound, because if it's just me, I don't think there'll be. Well, there might not be any effect in any case. But pew pew into the air.
All right.
Yeah. Well, seemed like a good idea at the time.
Top of the round, Perpetua, you are taking off running. The judge is still behind you, demanding that you stop.
Yeah, I'm still running. Can I reach the ship?
Not at this point. You'd have to track it back into the forest.
Okay.
So you can definitely head that direction, and once you get into the forest, it'll be harder to hit you.
Yep, running into the forest.
Okay. All right. Rothgar, your ally Perpetua is no longer there. Right? All right, who's going next, Perpetua?
Rothgar, you want to go?
No, you can have one of the others go. Toss up a little blood.
Runner.
Sure. I see Perpetua take off. I see the judge shoot at her. I am going to run and get between her and the judge.
What is your move?
And 14, 21, or 28, depending on how many limbs I'm using. I would drop to at least 4.
Vorox.
Things that never get brought up in other campaigns.
I'm still because I'm still like holding weapon, so I think my speed is at 21 right now.
All right, then you can get there in a single move.
Okay. And then I will shove my laser that's overheating back in its pouch, and I would like to pull out I'll pull out Darian's blaster.
Okay. All right, so that's...
And attempt to use that on the judge.
All right, I believe you're going to be at an unfavorable roll for moving your triple move, stowing one weapon, and pulling out another.
Okay. I'll try it.
Want a weird point to make it even?
No, it's fine. I was successful. So if I rolled a 1 and a 9, and my target number is 14,
Yep.
I have to take the 1?
Nope, you can pick whichever one you want.
Oh, okay. Cool. So then, I'll take that 9. And I will spend 6 to overcome the resistance.
They're going to spend 2 to increase it again.
I can do that.
All right.
And I will spend 1 more VP to enact my aim where it hurts perk, so that the damage is a 10.
Okay.
And it's a blaster.
It is a blaster. So, blasters have special rules when they interact with shields. It's one of the ways to kind of get around someone's weapon. So, multiple Esher in the same round. So you've hit it twice. So, guys, also don't forget that one of the other ways to get around shields is what's called burnout. Shields have a burnout number, which tells you how many times they can be attacked in a single round before I have to make a check to see if the shield is overloaded and shuts down. So, multiple attacks. All right, so Becca, I'm going to need you to roll 10 pennies, or flip 10 pennies, or roll 10 d2s.
How about some D6s and just do even odd?
That's fair too, but I need 10 of them.
Okay.
Tell me how many odds and how many evens.
Okay, so I have 3 d6s here with me, so I'll roll them right now. 2 odds, 1 even. 3 odds. 2 odds, 1 even. And another odd.
All right, so the shield
So 8
only
odds.
blocks 2 points of damage, with the rest of the blaster sort of punching through the shield and doing 8 vitality to the judge.
Nice.
Yes.
He howls in pain, and as he steps back, you definitely see. You're pretty sure the fluid that is leaking from his side is not blood because it's fairly pearlescent in the light, but it's soaking into the robes. Who's going next, Runner? So, by the way, Runner, just so you know, the way that works is you roll for the total damage. Every even or every odd punch through every even was absorbed by the shield, so it's still possible to roll enough evens that you will bypass the shield and deal over damage.
Right. Okay. Cool. I believe Brother Gabriel is taking the initiative.
All right, Brother Gabriel, advancing into combat.
Is the one that was running, that runner just intercepted, any closer to me?
It is.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I would like to close with him if possible.
You do.
All right. I would like to stabby him. Actually, I would like to shoot him and then stab him.
All right.
All right. So
Shooting and then stabbing. Being a battle monk has its perks. You get to choose the order.
well, it's a hit.
Okay.
1 second.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I really want those metal coins that they just unlocked. They look just so cool.
They do look nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the
All right.
D20 add-on.
Yeah.
So my shooting is going to hit. However, I don't think I actually have enough victory points to overcome his resistance.
All right, so you can just bank what you can, and you hit. And
bank what I can and go to the sword. Unless
How many more do you need?
I have a weird point.
you can convert a weird point into 3 victory points.
Oh, that would do it.
There you go.
All right. I'll do that to overcome his resistance.
All right, so I'm going to spend. Yeah, I'm going to spend my remaining 3 to pop up his resistance.
Well, very good. Now I will close and stab him with my blade.
I was like, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. So he kind of
the blade's a lot worse.
Yeah, knocks the gun just off so it whizzes past, and that's where the rapier comes in.
I could say something inspiring so that your shot would also hit if you'd like an extra 3 victory points.
I would definitely like an extra 3 victory points, Father Bell.
The righteous shall triumph.
All right. I feel very righteous at this moment. So that's going to be a natural 1, and I hit with my blade.
All right. I have no victory points remaining because I. Yeah.
And the blade ignores resistance.
It
Right.
ignores. It ignores armor resistance, so the energy shield will still kick
Right,
in.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So he does have.
He's got nothing but armor resistance. So yes. So you don't have to spend any to overcome.
Right. So because the energy shield was just got fried, I thought.
And the energy shield is still up.
Oh, I thought I misunderstood. I thought it got fried on runner's
No,
attack.
blaster fire bleeds through essentially.
I see. Okay. Well,
You don't have to spend any to overcome.
okay. So because I've played the game before, is there any advantage? Is there any reason that you would want to try to over damage a shield?
If you over damage the shield, it counts as a hit, and any additional damage bleeds through and hits them.
Um.
But you have to overcome whatever the shield limit is.
Yeah, and if it starts at 6, it's not worth the victory points. So I'll just hit the shield with my wire blade, I guess.
All right. It sends off a shower of sparks as the two energy fields interact. Who's going next? You got the judges and Rothgar and Father Bell.
All right. I'll do the judges.
Very well. The judge that is chasing Perpetua will roll unfavorably as she is now in the foliage in the tree cover.
Isn't that the one that we just attacked?
Oh right, Runner's in
Yes.
front of her. All right, never mind, Runner. Let's generate some good numbers there, people. Or I could miss with a 16. The judge attempts to strafe his shots across Gabriel and Runner, and instead just seems to he did not follow rule number 1 when spraying. Make sure that there is not a man-sized hole in between each round, and so he just kind of very slowly strafes across and puts a big Vorok-sized hole right in the middle, and then misses Gabriel. The other one is going to attempt to. Oh, he's going to attempt, Rothgar, to grapple you. All right, I succeed. Rothgar, I gotta spend 8 to overcome your resistance. Nothing. Nada. He kind of gets a hold of you, but the two of you wrestle back and forth, and you manage to pull free. I'm going to select Rothgar next. You are up, sir.
Should I join the fight with Gabriel or duke it out with this dude? Okay. I will attempt to hit him. First, I'm going to surge. Nine, 6. Okay. Bump it to 19. 15, I hit.
All right. This is the
So-
judge you are in front of, yes?
Yep, I'll keep. So that's down to. Spend 6 to overcome his resistance.
With 15, they're going to bleed another 3 off of you.
Okay. Then I'll spend 8 to add to my damage, so my damage is 11.
All right, Rothgar. You see the shield takes the majority of the blow, but some of the damage, you're guessing about 2 points. But about enough to like you cuffed him real hard. He kind of staggers under the blow. Pierces through. All right, Father Bell, you're batting cleanup two actions or 2 turns in a row.
2 turns in a row. Okay. So I'm going to once again don the Rite of Celestial Alignments. I'll spend a victory point, and I'm going to spend a weird point to make it favorable.
All right.
Good. Either one of those good. Actually, great. That was a crit.
All right. So go
not
ahead,
sure what you do
Father
when you
Bell. You don
crit,
the
right?
Celestial Alignment.
All right. And that's it. Then I have a resource to spend later, the reroll.
All right. So Perpetua, you're heading into the forest at the top of the round, making for the ship.
Yes.
All right. With your previous success, you just take the entirety of your turn sprinting through the forest. You're able to follow the track back into the woods, and you get to a small clearing where the river sort of bends back and forth, but you don't see a ship here. But this is definitely where the trail ends.
Yeah. Is there like dirt or something that I can throw?
Yeah, you're in the forest.
Yeah. Well, I know, but I just, I'm near a river. It might be wet. I don't know. Just to see if it encounters an obstacle that I can't see.
You're just kind of tossing it in front of you?
Yeah.
All right, give me a...
In an educated way.
Right.
Either that or she just dons it, a la Predator, and she melds into the forest to hide.
Give me a intuition plus observe roll.
I do not succeed.
You do not succeed. All right, you toss some dirt up into the air. It's a small clearing, but when it comes to little handfuls of dirt, it seems much larger. And you kind of toss it up into the air, and it all kind of hits the ground with little dull thuds.
Okay.
Who is going next?
Let's see. Where did we live off? Father Bell, do you want to try?
Lily, shocking me with your deviant behavior, picking Father Bell for the last turn in the round.
Well, sure. The
Caught completely unawares.
Yeah, that's right. What? Oh my gosh, let's do something. Is there any way for me to sense in the judge tangling with Rothgar whether or not he is under some sort of dark presence or whether it's just, the indoctrination, the technology?
If you want to use the right that you used at the end of last session, you would be able to see that.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, I will... I will rend the veil of unreason then, or attempt thereto. And I have enough from my critical last time to spend for the whole package, get as much information as I can. If I succeed. which I do. I roll a 7 under the 9 that I needed. I spend 7.
So-
And I see faith. I see sin. I see his. I see with the subtle sight, and I see weird point.
All right, so Father Bell, you can definitely see that both of these judges, what little light in their soul mirror is flickering. You have read this. It seems to be the case when souls are departing the mortal coil. But these seem to just flicker regularly. And then as you kind of step back and expand your awareness, you can see that there does seem to be an inhabiting presence, but it seems bound within the frame of the judge. So it's almost as if these two lights were overlaid. As for sin, you're not really getting any sin. You're not really getting any actions out of these lights. They seem very, as I said, very strangely like bound and tied together. But the subtle sight does reveal that the larger light, the inhabiting light, is in massive amounts of pain.
This is what you get when you use heretical Second Republic tech.
I think I know where this adventure will end. And that's how we burned it down, right, Father Bell?
Yes. And now we've built a grass hut and we're living in the forest. But
All right, Father Bell, who's going next?
Who's going next? I think that Runner is going next.
Runner, both you and Father Gabriel see the judge's eye kind of, they grow wide, so more light is sort of streaming out behind the mask. As he's looking, or as it's looking past you in the direction that Perpetua ran.
Okay. Well, I want to stop it from heading towards Perpetua, so I will shoot with the blaster again. That is a 17 out of 14.
All right, how much are you spending?
Wow.
Maybe you would like to re-roll that.
Oh wait, 17 out of 14. Flipped it.
I would love to re-roll it.
I
Nice.
tug on the strands of fate and rewind a little bit.
That was one higher. That was an 18.
Well,
That dice. Put it away.
The judge
Take
takes
it.
your moment to reiterate. Surrender. Be bound and appear for sanction. Who's going next, Runner?
No, don't really wanna. Gabriel.
All right. I'm gonna shoot the judge in front of me.
Okay.
Let's engage with the runner. Do I get favorable or anything since he's in melee with? Okay.
In
Done
your
with that.
case, the pistol is counting as a melee weapon for you.
All right. Well, that's a hit with a 10.
All right.
So that's pretty good. I'll spend 6 to overcome his resistance.
All right. They are not going to make any other decisions.
All right, and then I'm going to spend. I spent 8 for over damage.
To do 10 points.
All right. So what's
Yes.
10 points? All right. So it counts as a hit, and there is bleed over damage. You see this the bullet sort of graze through its cowl, and its hood, and you can see that its hand reflexively jerks to touch where the bullet.
Then I stab, but it misses.
Right.
Rothgard, you gone yet?
Nope.
All right, you're up.
So how much damage was on the blade, Richard?
Oh, I missed.
Oh, why did I miss that?
I say I missed. Hold on. Yeah, I missed it by 1.
Okay.
Can you do a thing, Father Bell?
I can do the thing.
Okay. Well, in that case, so I re-roll it. Is that what it is?
I know it reduces your roll by
This is
2.
not a reroll. This is just a manipulation. I dropped the roll by 2. So
All right. Well, in that case, I
succeed
hit.
by-
All right.
In that case, I hit, and I'll spend 10 for over damage, so that'll put it up to.
Well, I'm going to
13
spend 3 to increase his base resistance.
Is it armor resistance?
Well, no. So his armor's at 0, but he can still spend VP to increase his resistance.
Well, I'll meet that.
All right. Cool. You can do what you want.
Then I'm going to spend 10 for over damage.
All right. So what's the total on that then?
13.
13. Did that. All right. Brother Gabriel, when your wire blade you bear down on the energy shield and you feel it part around the edge of the wire blade, and you deal a grievous wound to this creature's left arm and torso. And as you pull it away, you can see that instead of muscle and tendon and bone that has just been riven, you can see cables, and there is something organic going on in there, but there are lights kind of flashing in the cables, and the judge wobbles, but it does not fall down.
I will release you from your pain.
Do these seem to have more mechanical than the first one
Well, the first one, if you remember, was very heavy when you went to move it, and definitely had some mechanical parts. These seem to have more.
Okay.
So it is Rothgar or the judges. Also, the name of a band that's coming to Byzantium. Rothgar and the judges.
Let's
Yeah.
have Rothgar go.
All right, Rothgar,
Okay.
you are up.
Okay. Spend some VP, bump my roll to 18. 15 again, so I hit him.
All right. My dice won't let me roll
Spend 6.
well at all tonight. I got nothing.
Okay. So he is going to spend. He's not happy. He feels a little bit of that ancestral berserkerness.
Mm.
So I will spend 16 VP to add 8 and do 15 damage to him. Got 1 in my bank.
Wow.
All right, Rothgar, you definitely overpower whatever magics are protecting this thing. And you strike a solid blow into its chest, and as you kind of pull the blade back, you can see it is wet with dark black blood. It is now their turn, and the one in front of you is again attempting to wrestle you, and he succeeded and is going to spend the 8 to overcome your resistance.
I will use my bonus surge. And up my resistance by 6 points.
All right. He does not gain purchase on you. You managed to fight him off. The other one, however, is going to try and push past the two of you. Both hands sort of unfolding as it tries to go after Perpetua. And that is a miss. All right.
I'm guessing you're onto something, Perpetua.
He tries to struggle past the two largest, bulkiest members of the party, and instead finds himself
with a face
pushing.
of a fur.
You guys are the immovable object.
Punk.
So Perpetua, you are up.
I'm gonna stumble around the clearing trying to find the ship.
All right, give me another intuition plus observe roll. Anybody got a weird point that she could spend to make it favorable?
I do.
Father Bell and Runner each have a weird point.
I had
If you
two,
want to use
so
one of them.
and I erased it. If you want to, you could roll 2d20s, take the better roll.
Yeah, we'll see if that gets me anywhere, shall we?
It's a group resource.
I succeed with a 9.
Excellent. How much would you like to spend?
I will spend 6. Oh no. Yeah, 6.
All right. You throw your dirt into the air, and you definitely see it connect with something. It looks very much like a ladder that has, like what you can see it kind of hit some things that look like rungs.
Perfect.
What are you doing?
I go towards the ladder.
All right. When you reach out, you definitely feel. When you kind of pull on it, it bobs just a little bit, not a lot.
Okay. I ascend the ladder.
All right. You get about 5 meters above the clearing, and suddenly you break a plane, and you can see this is a small 4-person medium-range shuttle.
Okay. Is there anyone on it?
There is no one on it.
Good news for me.
Yes, there are 4 judges looking at you.
There can't be 4 judges. 2 of them are being murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, murdered.
Yes.
Not without cause, but you know.
Perpetua sees things in a very interesting light.
I do not have pilot. Can I look at the controls and see how to take off the cloaking?
Next round you can.
Okay.
All right, who's going next?
Here's the thing. I don't ever choose Brother Gabriel because he can take the initiative when he wants it. Runner, you want to go?
Sure, I will go again. And I will shoot at this judge that is trying to get past me to Perpetua. All right, both of my dice are in timeout because that one was a natural 20.
And what weapon were you using?
This is the blaster.
All right, I'm gonna need you to give me a roll to see if see what happens with your blaster.
In my face.
To see you're off guard. This is what I was saying earlier about revolvers. This never happened.
That's the third weapon that I can pull out. I can pull out a revolver.
All right, what'd you get, Becca?
10.
All right,
Okay.
it is just a simple miss. So you go
Okay.
to fire, and you put enough, you get it close enough that the heat sort of singes both your fur and his hood. So when you roll a critical miss with a blaster, a laser, or a screecher, or I guess technically any weapon, you roll another d20, and on a 1 to 10 it's a simple miss or misfire. On 11 or 20 something bad happens with it. And weapons like revolvers are sturdy, which means they get 2 dice to see if they are weapon malfunctions. Lasers you know how to handle, so as long as you're trained in them, you get to roll favorably to see if it's a critical miss or if you manage to just regularly miss. So
Okay.
So it does not overheat.
Delightful. Well, that's good.
I
Amount
think
of
I would
dice.
like to stab something now.
You'd like to go? Okay,
All right.
go for it.
The hit with a 6.
Hit with a 6. All right.
I will spend 6 to overcome their whatever it is. I don't know.
Body resistance.
Resistance. I can word things.
Skin flap.
In a long day. And I assume that disactivates the shield.
It depends on how much damage you do.
It does 6 damage.
All right, so that'll flare the shield for the 7th time. It still seems, it's still alive. You can still see this visual distortion effect.
Cool. Then I will stab him with my blade.
All right.
It's a hit with an 11.
All right. I have no VP to increase my resistance.
Cool. I will spend 12 victory points for extra damage.
All right. Richard, what does it look
14.
like?
I'm gonna thrust the wire blade, the point somewhere out here, right into the shield, and my hand is gonna move very, very slowly, and his eyes will slowly widen in horror as the point comes closer and closer and closer to his eye, and then his eye just kind of pops and he falls back dead.
All right. He hits the ground. Everyone who has been kind of scattering from this area, you see Harald standing in the doorway, sword in hand, but not really moving past that as he kind of watches what is going on. Gorm kind of watches you almost without interest from the door of the smithy. But most people are like, someone is fighting judges. I do not want to be around here and accidentally be collateral damage. So, Gabriel, who's going next?
Rothgar.
Cool.
I was just saying, right, you got 2 choices. Whichever one you pick clearly defines them as your favorite. So...
My understanding was it's canonically appropriate to allow Father Bell to go last. Sign of deference and respect.
Okay. Spend a couple, bump it up.
All right.
14 hits.
Sometimes you're the pigeon. Sometimes you're the statue. It's just the way it goes. All right, what you got, Rothgar?
Spend 6 to overcome.
All right.
He looks pretty rough.
You hit him solidly last time, but he's still, you've only hit him twice.
2-1. 2-1. I'll spend 10 points to add 5 and do 12 points of damage to him.
All right. Once again, you just kind of go in with Flame Eagle Fury and manage to overwhelm the shield, at least in a small area. Whatever warding spell or whatever spirits he is invoking, you manage to overcome briefly in the moment. And you draw a long line of blood along his, the cheek, sort of riveting off the lower part of the mask, which hits the ground. Rothgar, Bell and the judges. They stole your name when the band split. No.
Don't you mean judge?
Singular. Pick me, Rothgar. Pick me. They're ready to go.
Sure, let's the judge go.
All right, Rothgar. The judge in front of you, seeing his compatriot fall, you can see the eye, kind of that soft light behind the eye holes in the mask flare and sort of move from this blue to this orange to this red light, and the judge goes stock still. Father Bell.
Do I hear a tick 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 tick?
No. They definitely use digital timers.
He's an analog guy.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to try. I'm not sure if this is going to work. So I have a perk called Counter the Dark.
Okay.
Counter the Dark, as a primary action, I can speak authoritative words to mitigate a state from which your target is suffering caused by occult means, such as psychic powers, theurgy, or exposure to artifacts. And I can release them from the effects for 1 round per victory point that I spend.
Okay. So that will not work on what is going on here. They are not under a conditionative or a conditioned sort of state.
Got it. Okay. All right then. I thought one theory, which Father Bell will strike, was that that they were sort of on the edge of death and being kept alive by these dark powers and bad technology, and that maybe if they were freed for it temporarily, they might be able to move on. But okay, next hypothesis. That. Well, I think then he's shut down and he's standing stock still there, huh?
He is standing stock still.
I am going to move over to Harold and try to persuade him to get his people to someplace safe, because no doubt there will be further investigation by the judges on this, and I urge them to maybe either seek a refuge or seek refuge at the Shrine of the Beautiful Flame. If I need to roll something to...
No, you have this guy's complete and undivided attention, both as a star traveler and as someone who's telling him to get out of the way of judges who are trying to incinerate your traveling companions. So,
sure.
Harald did not look like he wanted to listen to you until you mentioned the Shrine of the Beautiful Flame.
Yeah.
How long do you think we will have to spend there?
What if we're successful, maybe a matter of days. If we fail, then I see only I see a very dark time, and wherever you are, at least the Shrine of the Beautiful Flame will be the best place to be for the worst times.
And Hrothgar?
Hrothgar, if he seems devoted to our path, and I see destiny leading him with us.
Good luck, Father Abel. Perhaps when we meet again, you will explain how exactly you are related to
I would be happy
your
to
brother
have
Gabriel.
a long conversation to understand your role as storm speaker, and I'd be happy to explain the mysteries of the church.
Agreed. And he ducks kind of back into that first building you were brought into, and you can see that there's another door on the far side, sort of behind the throne that he heads out of. And you can hear his voice crying out orders to different members of the tribe, gather what you can. The Star Travelers are headed to Antioch. Perpetua, you're on a ship.
I am on a ship. I have decided that I would like to close the hatch or pull up the ladder. Or
Oh yeah, that's simple. That's just a
inside
simple
before I do
button to retract the ladder and seal the hatch.
Great.
There are more than
I was
four
going to attempt
buttons, Richard. What was that,
What?
Runner?
I was going to go after Perpetua and see if I could find her, track her down.
All right.
Not anymore.
Give me an observe plus perception.
Sad.
Perpetua.
You totally just reel that thing in and clang. You can hear
Yeah,
it.
and then I'm gonna look for whatever controls the cloaking.
All right, that's gonna be a wits plus interface, or wits plus academia, whichever is better for you.
I don't have interface.
So wits plus academia, as you try to recall control panel layouts from the Second Republic.
I succeed with a 6.
All right, this is basically going to be just 4 points to overcome.
Great. I spend 4 points.
All right. As you look around, you kind of okay. All right, you can see where normally there would be just 2 handprints, places to rest your hands that would cause the interface, sort of a tactile interface. You can see that those have been disabled. They're not removed. They're just kind of down into the side, and the large sort of auxiliary port where you would expect like a Second Republic think machine to plug into, or an Engineers Guild person to kind of access the think machine of the machine directly. Those are the main controls that have been displayed here. But you do find the cloaking, basically the reflective field, and are able to
Disable it.
yeah.
Great. Now they can see me.
Runner, what'd you get?
I got 18 out of 17. So irritated right now.
Runner, you take off into the forest after Perpetua. We'll come back to you in a second.
Thank
Perpetua,
you.
so Perpetua and Runner have kind of gone. Who's going next?
I'll go.
Okay. Brother
We still got
Gabriel
one judge
advancing.
We still got one judge left, right?
You do. He
He
is
shut
not
down
moving.
an ice cream red.
Yeah, it is not moving.
I'm gonna What does that mean?
That he was
I think it's gonna
moving
blow
and
up.
now
I know
is
it's
Don't wave your hand in front of it.
Ah, what the heck? I'm gonna turn and shoot it. I hit with a 10.
All right. You hit.
I will overcome its resistance.
All right. So it'll be 6.
What happens?
Its shield is still in effect, so it.
Okay.
But it is now.
Are you all right, Rothgar?
Rothgar, please take a. This NPC is advancing as well, so Rothgar, please take a victory point as I'm interrupting your turn, and the judge explodes in your face. There is a bright flash of light, no real sound, but you do see that Rothgar is thrown through the air across the square and impacts with the obelisk.
Did you see that, Rob? One shot!
So, Rothgar,
And all those crows earlier. I'm way ahead.
that was a critical hit, bud. So the way explosive work is, explosive have a blast force, which is basically victory points that they just get to spend strictly to overcome your resistance. So this thing goes off and spends 12 points to overcome your resistance.
Okay. So I have to come up with 4 more points.
At the least, not counting any victory points that I would like to spend to add to that.
Rothgar, did you see how inspiring I was?
And I'm gonna give you 9 points.
Oh.
Nice. I see what you did there. Did you perhaps use the inspiring perk, Richard?
So that would bring me to 17.
All right.
I still have a few more if I think I need to up it. How
It's your
deadly is
choice.
this?
You get one chance to set the number for me to come back with.
Go as high as you can, man.
Let's say 17. All right, 22. I'm out of victory points.
I'm doing math in my head. Sorry. All right, so I have to spend 11 VP. No, I have to spend 10 VP. All right, Rothgar, I spent 10 VP. Got it to 22.
Okay.
You go flying through the air for 10 vitality.
I still live.
Is your armor slam proof?
It is. It is hard, slam, and shock proof.
All right. And then it is a mangling wound. That means it requires surgery for you to actually be able to heal that.
Unfortunately, surgery is heresy, so we're just gonna have to put you down.
Father Bell knows surgery.
That's not surgery. That is not surgery.
Rothgar, you hit this obelisk, and there is
I got
definitely
that blast, to be
a
honest.
snapping noise as Rothgar's arm kind of bends and wraps around the obelisk under him, and he hits the ground, crumpled. But you're not out yet, right, Rothgar?
I got two vitality left.
Only 2 should have spent to increase damage. All right, at this point, there is no other. There are no other judges, so we're out of combat rounds. Runner, you definitely hear this like low thrumming noise coming sort of from your left.
Okay, I head in that direction.
There is as you enter this small clearing, there is a small vermilion, kind of half dome in the air. Again, about
Okay.
5 meters up.
Say that again.
It's about 5 meters up.
I vent my laser pistol and I aim it at the aircraft. And I say, whoever's on board, come on down. What was that, Lily?
From the bridge.
You cannot see her or hear her from the. And it's not really a bridge so much as it's 4 seats, 2 facing one way, 2 facing another way.
There's windows.
There are, but she's below you.
Yeah.
Seems like a design problem.
I mean, that's what I do. I aim and I tell them to come down out of their ship and surrender.
So what are you doing, Perpetua?
I assume there's screens or readouts or something.
There are.
Can I see that there are any alarms or what it's monitoring?
There's
Currently,
definitely
it's monitoring
screens.
several frequencies. 2 of them, there's nothing being transmitted. The other one, every 10 seconds or so, your ship emits sort of a blip on that, just like a burst of random static on that channel.
Two of them aren't monitoring anything
2 of them are definitely not receiving anything anymore.
anymore. Okay. I'm gonna go open the hatch.
All right. Runner,
Look
the
at-
hatch opens above you as you're getting ready to shoot, and you see this ladder start to descend. Perpetua, now you can
Easy
see
does
Runner.
it.
You hear
I can
Runner's
hear him.
voice. Yeah.
Hey, Runner!
Oh, hey, Perpetua. I'm glad I found
I
you.
found a ship.
You did find the ship. Is anyone up there with you?
Nope, just me. It's a very small ship.
Now remember the code for if you're in trouble and need to tell me something without someone else knowing.
We need to come up with one of
Do
those.
you have any apricots?
What?
Do you have any apricots?
Yeah, that's not what I
don't even
heard,
know what an
but
apricot is,
I'm
so-
glad you clarified and I did not respond to the first thing I heard.
Did you see that, runner?
Yeah, you
No.
definitely hear Gabriel bellowing back from the village. All right, so Gabriel, Bell, and Rothgar, you are still in the village. At this point, you can see that like half dozen people, and quickly gathering more, are sort of coming up to stand where the runner was, or where the judge was, and the pieces of the other judge, and they're kind of like nudging them with their feet or with walking staves, that sort of thing.
I take advantage of this opportunity to preach a sermon.
Do you have one prepared?
No, not really. Just, just a short.
Okay, so you gather the, what is the point of your sermon?
Oh, it's just a nice. It's. I only know the one sermon. To be totally honest. It's a little fire and brimstone-y.
So you soften.
I'm in a good mood, and so I'm just kind of. It's just like.
So surprised.
You replace hellfire and brimstone with mimosas and beachside.
No, I
chairs.
don't soften it. Why would I do that?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like,
My
I'm
mistake.
in a good mood. I'm feeling it. It's feeling good. Like,
All right, give me a presence plus impress roll, just to see how well it goes off. Father
Okay,
Bell and
what-
Rothgar, what are you doing? Rothgar, you are
Wow.
mangled.
I'm going to.
Could help me. The healer.
It's a good sermon. It's just not a great sermon.
I'm just really into it though.
It's about the emotion anyway.
In your own mind, you rolled a critical, but just in your own mind.
I'm just walking back and forth on stage saying, "Are you tracking with me?" Just a whole lot. And
Just a lot.
nobody is.
All right, Father Bell, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to go to see if I could help Rothgar. And of course, as I'm doing, I am also uttering a small prayer for the benighted souls that once were the judges. That they didn't choose the life that they were forced into, and I hope for their redemption in the Pancreator, despite what they were forced to do. I have slight medical training, but I'm no sanctuary and healer. But I do know where I last saw Astrid. She was passed out in the healer's hut.
She is.
So maybe I could help get Rothgar to her, wake her up, and see if between the two of us we can help her out.
Right.
And of course, make sure that Dorian is still there.
Yeah. So do I understand I can't heal vitality till the mangled's gone, or even if it's healed
until
I'm
the
still
mangle is gone.
Okay.
All right. So Rothgar, as you lie sort of at the base of the obelisk, Father Bell, you go back to Astrid's hut, and she is still passed out, and Dorian seems to be in much better shape than he was when you first walked in and saw that presence upon him. He is unconscious, but he is not in any sort of peril or danger anymore.
Well, that's good. All right, I'm going to see if I can revive Astrid.
All right, give me a wits plus remedy roll, but I'm going to make this favorable to you as you kind of look around in her workspace, and you see several things that sort of make sense to you.
Okay. I'm going to spend a couple of VP to try and up that from 9 to 11. Yeah, I got a 6. So spend 2 or.
Actually, for this, you just need to. You don't need to spend anything. You just need it to succeed.
Okay. There we go.
All right. So Astrid kind of comes to what happened. I saw myself.
Yeah. You were attacked by Gaela, the wood witch.
No, she doesn't come into the.
She
into
does
the
now,
village.
but she's gone. There's been a fight with the judges of Dis, and Rothgar is grievously wounded. We need your help.
What happened? Who's hurt?
Rothgar.
Can you bring him here?
Sure. And I will briefly describe that there was an explosion. He was thrown across the plaza and struck the obelisk, and I saw that his arm and such were not facing the right direction. He seemed, badly mangled would be the adjective I'd use. And I'll go out and see if I can drag Rothgar.
You can definitely drag Rothgar back. And as you get up there, you can see that it's not just the arm, but there is definitely a strange bent in his ribs where he hit. Large, livid bruises kind of on the side of his face. But you are able to drag him back.
Sorry, I had to drag you by the feet, but we got to get there.
There are members of the clan who come and help you
Okay.
lift him and carry him back. Rothgar, you're going to be in surgery for at least the next hour, and that's assume I roll well. So you are not conscious currently. Perpetua, you and Runner are back on that ship. Runner, you don't think you're going to get in that ship. You kind of have to
No, I do not.
scrunch up just to ascend the ladder.
Hey, can I at least like poke my head in?
Yeah, you can definitely get your head in.
Okay. And I kind of look. Is this like the only place? There's no secret. There's no where that there could be like a compartment or somewhere where someone is hiding. Okay.
Not in this one, no.
Perpetua, can you fly back?
I don't know how to fly. Can you explain? Are you familiar with this type of ship? And can you explain to me how to pilot it?
I know some piloting. I am more familiar with landcraft than aircraft. But can I try to give her some advice?
Sure, it's easy. It's just like
Okay.
swamp rats with your T-16 in Beggar's Canyon.
Yeah. That was unhelpful there, Rothgar, but that's okay.
I'm going to just...
It's hilarious.
Rothgar's having really strange dreams while he's under...
My other concern is
Right.
if we try to move this ship, I explained the monitoring frequencies that I have observed, and how 2 of them
Okay.
are currently not receiving anything, and now one of them appears to be us transmitting kind of a status. And I'm concerned that if we move this ship, it's gonna change the status quo.
What if we but what if we rig the ship to go flying in a direction and maybe blow up?
We could do that.
And then even though the other transmissions ended early, they might not be able to get anything out of the wreckage to know why they did.
I guess the only other person who might be helpful in investigating the ship would probably be Dorian.
Probably. Yeah.
And he's currently...
Yeah, he might be helpful.
I don't know that he's going to recover quickly enough to investigate. So it might be... Firstly, again, I don't know how to drive this thing.
Do you think we could get it to turn on, aim it in a direction, and kind of press go? And
So
like bail?
the controls are not what I'm familiar with, even with especially with my low level of familiarity.
Okay.
And so
Then I say we rip it apart and stash it in the woods.
I mean, we can turn the stealth back on.
Okay, can you find it again?
Yes.
Okay, sure. We can put the stealth back on, leave it here, and consult with our party.
Okay.
All right. You get that done, and about the time you get back, Gabriel has reached the crescendo of his message,
Homily.
and there's a couple of very confused claps. Is now when we clap? Is it over? Is he building to something else? But Brother Gabriel is very clearly pleased with what he has delivered. Father Bell, you have dropped Rothgar off. Rothgar is in surgery. So right now, kind of around this obelisk, it's Perpetua, Gabriel, Bell, and Runner.
Can I give
And then Runner fired at the
a weird point to help?
Fireball.
You can.
Okay, I would like to offer a weird point, and I will pray for Rothgar's recovery.
All right. So you see
Freeze
Father
the
Bell
bad
kind of.
creator and pass the weird points.
All right. Father Bell sort of pacing and praying. Gabriel explains to you that he blew something up when you get back.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I don't believe it.
I killed both judges and at least 100 crows. Pretty sure that puts me
Okay,
significantly.
but we didn't bet anything on this fight.
And
The
we're
crows
still
are
not sure.
dead, so I feel like they don't count.
What do you mean we didn't bet any?
We didn't place any bets on this fight. We did the last one up the mountain, but in the village we haven't settled on anything yet.
Oh, you many-armed.
I determined too, if Rothgar dies, how does that lower the count?
That's right. You've taken the lead runner out of the competition.
You have.
By blowing up the judge who was standing in front of him. So, well done. It's Rothgar's going to be in surgery for about an hour or so. So is there anything the four of you would like to do before that happens?
Make sure our raft is okay.
Can we sabotage or otherwise turn off the obelisk? Buy yourself a little time.
Give me a wits plus tech redemption roll.
Ooh,
That's two.
You guys notice that like there are fewer and fewer people wandering through the valley or through the village as they're gathering on the north side, and they have packs. They have hastily prepared sledges that they're sort of dragging, and wagons that they are rolling, and they are sort of heading in a trail back up the mountain towards the shrine near where your ship was.
That's a good idea. They'll be safe there.
What'd you get, Gabriel?
Oh,
you didn't roll it? Okay.
I got a 14 over 6.
Oh, can I try?
I mean, if you would like to. You see what, like,
Okay, because
Gabriel's kind of trying to rock the obelisk back and forth, banging on it to see if anything pops open.
I got a 9 out of 10.
Okay. How many would you like to spend on this? This is Second Republic tech.
I'll spend 8.
All right. You managed to get a workable panel open. What are you trying to do?
What does Brother Gabriel want to do? Do we want to disrupt it? Do we want to send a message?
I don't know how it works. If there was like an all clear signal we could send, that'd be awesome. So they could buy these people a little bit of time.
Is there a way to either to send out an all clear or to essentially turn off the radio so that they cannot get any more information from this obelisk?
Yeah, I don't know that an all clear is going to work if the judges that they sent to deal with the situation don't return.
Maybe things were super all clear and they were like, hey, let's chill out for a couple of days in this nice little village. I mean, they seem like, everyone needs to relax sometime.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the judges get lots of vacation time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta take a break sometime.
Now I really want to go back and work out the logistical calendar of the judges and when they have their 16 hours of downtime over the course.
leave policy is.
It's in their union contract.
So, Runner, you can't send an all clear. That doesn't seem to be available here, but you can definitely turn off the audio and visual transmissions.
Are there any recording memory banks?
No, whatever it has captured, it does not seem to be stored locally here.
Okay. All right, then I guess I'll just turn it off.
Okay.
Any other information I can get about like where it's sending?
Not really. It's from what little you are able to access it, it seems as if there's no one specific place that it's broadcasting to.
Okay, so turning it off.
As soon as you do,
Is what I will do.
the kind of from top to bottom on all sides of this pentagonal obelisk, the writing and the script that has been in it, kind of etched into the stone, just slowly fades, and you're left with 5 blank sides.
Huh. That was weird.
Father Bell, the door to Astrid's hut does open, as I said, about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours later. And she comes out
Yesterday.
washing blood off of her hands. Your friend, should he pull through the night, Rothgar will survive his wounds. He's going to need several days of rest before he is up to well, really anything. But I've set his bones. I've closed his wounds. The best that I know how.
So a gentle raft ride down to Antioch should be fine, right?
Yes, as long as it is just a gentle ride. I would recommend portage around the Little Brother's Pond, but...
Oh, and why would you say that?
They are among the worst rapids between here and Antioch.
I see. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Harold is calling for me. Your friend is welcome to rest as long as you need him to. Your other friend, I administered a little bit of charo root. He should sleep till morning.
Okay. Thank you.
The flame be with you, Belle.
Indeed. May the Lady of Light guide you.
And she kind of walks over to somebody. Oh, it just warms my heart. She walks over to a drogie who you recognize, who sort of hands her a pack, and they kind of join the crowd heading north up the mountain.
Off to the woods.
Is there anything else you guys wish to do before Rothgar will awake?
Yes. I would like to, again, seek guidance through divine revelation.
Okay.
Because that's my cheatiest right that I have. And I have some to spend on it. And the question that I'm going to be contemplating is, what is our safest route in to reach the cathedral to get to the secrets under the city.
All right, go ahead and give me the roll. I'll come back to you here in a second.
Okay, I'm going to spend a weird point to make it favorable.
All right, Gabriel, Perpetua, and Runner, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out how to turn that ship into a bomb.
Well, if we're not going to take the ship, we can sabotage it. So we've definitely established we can't fly it.
No, we don't know that, but Runner can't get on the ship. I don't know how to pilot a ship, and I'm not sure what moving the ship is going to do.
I mean, if we could pilot the ship, we could just carry a Runner on a tow rope or something.
I imagine she'd really enjoy that.
Sure, she can cling to
attach
the
the ship to the raft, and Runner's on the raft.
There you go.
It'll be like water skiing, but much more dangerous.
Right.
Tie sheets together. She could parasail.
Well, I'm pretty sure that my wire blade could make it inoperable. So if we want to go that route, we could just sabotage all the controls, take out the engines. When I say take out the engines, I mean like literally like take them out, like just like carve them out, set them off to the side.
Well, okay. We lost our pilot. And I imagine that none of us know how to fix our ship. But I wonder, could we cannibalize parts off of this older model to repair our ship?
It's also a good question. Obviously, Second Republic tech is heresy, but
It looks like I've surprised JM. I'm worried.
a little heresy.
Most of the ships were built in the Second Republic, right?
Off this planet would be.
Lily, you are unsure. You'd have to talk with Runner. But it could be possible, with some help from the village, to get your ship a little more up and running than it is right now.
Because all we have to do is get off the surface to the pirate ship that's in orbit, right?
Is the pirate ship still in orbit?
It is.
According to Father
I saw
Bell's
it.
divine
yes, okay.
visions. Yeah, it's totally up.
Great. Ask the divine being if they've got any guidance for
The
which parts
Pancreator.
we should steal.
If we could get to the pirate ship in orbit, we could kill all the pirates. I mean, convert them, whatever, and then we could come back for all the village people and get them off this rock.
Can we say tribesmen?
It's like we say flames because I've spent 4 sessions building up Rothgar's village. To have them referred to as village people just destroys all of that in my mind.
Who live in a village?
It's also not how three-dimensional space works, but 500 villagers.
The pirate ship may provide.
Not as slave holds.
All right, so right now you're trying to see if you can cannibalize the judges' ships.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if there's, I don't know what stuff is broken on our ship, but
Lots.
Runner, do you want to give, as they're talking, do you want to give me a wits plus tech redemption roll?
Okay. Um, 13 out of 11. I did not make it.
You don't know. It's possible you'd have to get the ship up to it and really survey Cassius's blade for damage. But you definitely saw the one hole in the top of the ship.
Right, there's the one that nearly sucked Brother Gabriel out, and then the one in the helm, for lack of a better term, through the windshield.
I mean, if they're just talking about getting it up into space, it all depends on what's wrong with the ship. But this is a ready source of parts.
Option. Are we? But to have 500 people on a single ship. Does
500 people won't fit on
plausible,
Cassius's blade.
Say that again?
500 people won't fit on Cassius's blade. But you could probably get, like, if you're just making it out system to the jump gate and getting through somewhere, you could probably take 50 or 60 of them just on Cassius's blade, packed in cozy tight. Standing room only for about 12 hours.
Pirate ship was bigger than our ship, right?
The pirate ship did seem bigger than your ship, yes.
I mean,
Well, I don't know that I certainly agree that we need to get them out eventually, but I don't know that we need to get them out all right now because now the gate is open because we came through it.
Yeah, it was just an idea. I mean,
If we had a functioning ship where the think machine was working, presumably we'd be able to get back. Is that true?
Especially if you have the pirate ship seems to have the code to open the jump gate. So
Right. True. So if we could get to the pirate ship, I mean, we don't have to get all 500 or however many folks there are out now. As long as we can, as long as we have pretty good confidence, we can come back with an evacuation ship or what have you.
An army to stop the judges.
I mean, I imagine that the known worlds are going to be pretty interested in the situation here.
recovering a lost road is a huge deal.
Well, we're going into the heart of the Paladindrix's power, and it seems not unlikely that we are on a confrontation course with whatever that is. And the judges, his army, is controlled seemingly centrally. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they're going to be scrambling because we're like the footfalls of doom to to the heart of the Paladindrix's control of this planet.
I think the question that we're asking ourselves right now is, do we get off and essentially let someone else handle this problem? Or do we take the problem to Antioch and deal with it now?
Both Brother Gabriel and I have been given visions, very specific visions of the chambers underneath the cathedral in Antioch. We were not given visions of, going back to Imperium or church authorities and, writing reports. The signs are pointing us to action. We were brought here for purpose. When I gave the revelation to the storm speaker, the Lady of Light stood next to us. So but we are still on a clock. Dorian, though strengthened by the healing here in the village, in a matter of days, we either earn his healing before the statue of Beatrice on the Lady's Mountain, or some very, very bad things are going to happen to this planet.
Rothgar, this is your home. What are your thoughts?
I assume one of you goes over and just sort of puppets Rothgar's face. I think we should do.
Brother Gabriel will really do whatever Father Bell says, and so I'm instantly convinced. And I'm just going to start living stuff to the left.
Is the village completely emptied?
No, I mean it's there. You can still see them. The line is now starting to head north. People are finally gathering. Like the first people who were on the road were those who were afraid of what was going on with the judges. And then as Harald sort of gathered people, they don't. I mean, again, it's about a. I mean, you guys made it there in essentially a half or 3/4 day hard march. So they're just kind of retreating to the shrine for now, just gathering what they can carry on their backs quick, and hopefully they have a village to come back to.
Okay.
Let me know when I'm awake.
Never.
Go for it, Rothgar. They've been at this for a while, talking back and forth.
Does her surgery just take away the maim? Doesn't give me any vitality?
It doesn't give you any vitality back. It just gives you the ability to heal normally now.
Okay, so now I can try a remedy with my med kit to try to recover something. What is that? That is, it's remedy and wits, right?
Yes, but you have a penalty when working on yourself, but I think it just is going to negate your advantage or your favorable roll.
Yeah, the med kit gives me a favorable roll, so that just negates it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just do a straight roll. Can I now spend a weird point to make it favorable?
No, because it's okay. Just sort of binary.
Okay. Come on, 9. Missed it by 1.
Oh.
Did you get a 10?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay.
No, you got an 8.
Oh, I mean, I got an 8.
All right. So you can heal 4 vitality with that. Not a lot left to sort of bind yourself up with. But you're
the kit gives
able
me
to.
a recovery plus 1.
What was that?
The kit gives me a recovery plus 1.
Okay, so so if you were just taking, were you just taking a recovery?
No, I'm using the med pack. If I succeed, it gives me a recovery plus 1. Plus
ahead.
1 vitality.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That's 7, but yeah, I can only use these for the healing, right?
Right.
For the.
Well, no. If it gave you if the med pack just lets you trigger a recovery plus 1, then you just get your recovery plus 1.
Okay.
All right, so Rothgar comes stumbling out into a completely empty Flame Eagle village. Rothgar, you can see the scorch mark where you were fighting and the judge exploded. You can see where the stray bolts. You don't really know where they came from, but you know who missed. Have put holes in the houses around you. But you can see kind of on the far north end of the village, Harald is kind of overseeing the evacuation, and there's this train of your people that heads up into the mountains as the sun is really setting.
What happened? There was a flash of light. Was it St. Petrus?
No, I defeated the judge.
There was a terrible explosion, and you were.
That would explain the bruise.
You were hurt. Yes. You momentarily took flight.
Yes,
and not in a good way.
Sorry about that. I did not expect the power of the Pen Creator to bless my revolver quite that much. Sometimes I surprise even myself.
Oh, Richard, if you were playing the Thurgist here, I would just be like, I think that's time for a hubris roll. All right, so Rothgar, you come stumbling out. The only real people in the village are these 4 off-worlders that you have traveled with, and the one that is like currently out in the hut that you were recovering in. So,
Where's Astrid?
She's left with Drogi to go to the Shrine of the Beautiful Flame with the rest of your people.
Do I notice the obelisk has changed?
Yep, there's no longer writing on the obelisk.
What happened? The sacred scripts are gone.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are.
This is post battle downtime. You've woken up refreshed. Everyone else is like, oh, endorphins going away. All right, so here's my question.
Right.
Do you guys are you heading back to the ship, or are you heading on to Antioch?
Well, it sounds like you're supposed to hand on to Antioch, so that's my vote.
That's the message that I got from heaven.
I think
What I know of the river, do we want to try this at night or should we wait till daylight?
You should.
Let's go down the river.
You should probably wait till daytime. There are several rapids, not the least of which is the Little Brother's Pool. The Little Brother is kind of the name that you give to kind of the Storm Speaker's younger brother, who is, there's a whole litany of myths about how what he did. He was a trickster growing up, and this is one of those places where his essence sort of gathers.
I will tell the stories as we gather around the fire tonight.
All right, so
Cool.
I've got 2 votes for Antioch.
That's where I thought we were going. So yeah. Shall we leave in the morning? I missed the whole other conversation. I have no idea there's another ship. Just
Yeah.
So we'll leave in the morning?
Yes.
Well,
It's unfortunate that we can't.
If we have directives from heaven, why do we not leave now? I'm sure the river at night is quite lovely.
Well, I mean, if there's some daylight, we could go a little bit farther, but we're going to have to stop pretty quick.
Yeah.
If we want to just get away from the village.
Yeah.
I think we should get away from
Only
the
we had.
out of all the judges I killed here, which was 2.
Carry Dorian to the raft and
Yeah.
You can get Dorian on the raft. All right, so
I mean, if only we could accompany. It would be so much gentler for Hrothgar and Dorian to be able to be on the flitter, but with no competent pilot, which certainly not me.
I can fly, but you didn't tell me it's there, so just saying.
I am saying this in front of you.
Oh. Flitter? You have a flitter on the mountain?
Perpetua secured the judge's transport, a small flitter. A runner will not fit, and it only seats 4. But sadly, our friend Kip was our vehicle specialist, and he is lost. But you know what this vehicle is?
I can go take a look. I've got shipboard ops, and I have a couple points in pilot.
So how did you become familiar? Did you head down to Antioch in sort of your younger
I
days?
guess in Antioch, I must have taken some.
You played some sort of
Tentacles.
video game that was designed to help you defeat the. Wait, no, that's a different adventure. No, so if you went down to Antioch, they do regularly
Flight
test
simulator.
people from the villages. You might have retained something from one of their testing regimes, or if you signed on for some of the nobles will hire on outland villagers to just as basically body servants, bodyguards, that sort of thing, and you could have picked up some of these skills there. All right, so it sounds like you guys are heading to Antioch. Is that the group consensus? All right.
I think so.
Runners
So
tag
can
along.
Rothgar
Yeah.
so can Rothgar fly the thing or not?
Rothgar has basic shuttle training from the time that he has spent in Antioch.
Okay, cool. So I had this idea. However, I did like 3 seconds of thinking about it before I said it, and I realized it's not a great idea. But so what if some of us?
What if we split the party?
Yes, thank you. Exactly. What if some of us got on the raft and started heading to Antioch, and Rothgar just flew the shuttle over real quick, and we could check and see if any of the parts are cross compatible, and then you fly the shuttle to the raft and meet up with us. We have to go back for the shuttle later either way, but it might be interesting to know. I don't know.
Or we could just have Rothgar fly close air support with Dorian and maybe Perpetua up there, and Runner and you and I take the river, and if we get into trouble, they could rescue us. Anyway, but sure, we could split the party too.
If we're going to spend the night, we can at least look at the flitter that I've seen one show up in the village, because they're always camouflaged.
Yep.
What are the capabilities of it?
All right. Well, we will investigate the flitter next week. I am awarding Lily a weird point because that was a really good idea. So you have a weird point, and you will all hit at the end of this. We're gonna advance you all to level 2, as opposed to just giving you another advancement. I'm gonna set you all up at level 2 for this next part of the adventure. So what you guys don't take the same one of these that you did last time, but your bank goes to 10. Your vitality goes up by 1. You get 3 skill points to put anywhere you want. You get 2 characteristic points, and you will all get a new calling perk. And I will send the lists out for that later.
Did you cover capability too?
Oh yes, and you get 1 capability. I think Richard was the only one who took his capability.
So bank goes to 10 plus 1 vitality.
Plus 3 skill points, plus 2 characteristic points, 1 capability, and 1 calling perk.
We get all of those things.
You get all of those, just not
Except
the one
for
that
the
you
one that we
took
took last.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so I took 3 points in skills, so I get everything else.
You get everything else. Yep.
Do we get our full health?
Yes, I'm giving you guys. You'll be back at full health. It'll take you a couple of days to kind of get through the plans and getting either downriver or up the mountain, whichever. But yes, thank you guys for playing. This has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy Fading Suns. I enjoy the way that they have really sort of merged that scientific medievalism sort of fantasy feel.
Yeah, I also get a few Numenera vibes in a good way, but
yes,
definitely like that particular. It's that the setting scratched so well. Maybe not so much the mechanics, but
yeah. I really dig the setting.
Yeah, me too.
So, guys, thank you again for playing. If you have any questions, leave questions in the comments. We're glad to respond to that. I hope you guys are enjoying the Annals of Antioch. We will be back on Tuesday. Fading Suns Kickstarter is still going on. This is the Ulysses Spiel International Twitch channel. And we will see you again here soon. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And until then, get some good gaming in.